This may stem from a controlling family that would not allow you to venture too far outside of the family's morals and values. Now you feel like rebelling against everything that has been shoved down your throat. You often rebel against everything that you have been taught, refusing to back down when asked to compromise any values or opinions. I feel like that is something that can happen when you're on the twin flame path, actually. I wouldn't necessarily say rebelling, but basically it's kind of like a stripping away of everything that's not actually aligned for you. So I guess it could look like rebelling, but like rebelling feels like it has like more of an oppositional kind of energy. This is actually very interesting. But like what is aligned for your soul might actually be the opposite of what you were taught. And so that could bring up discomfort. It can bring up shame. It can bring up fear. It can bring up guilt. And that could be some of the challenges people experience relative to being grounded in their soul purpose, is that it can run them up against their programming, bringing up fear, shame, guilt to be transmuted, because it kind of puts you in a difficult position where you're either choosing to do what's not aligned for you, which hurts you on a soul level, or do what's aligned for you on a soul level, but that can run you up against your programming and put you in a position to face your fears, shame, guilt, discomfort, which I think is some of the challenges people encounter when they're aligning with their union and mission. Also finances. I think there's been certain things that have been very, I didn't expect on this path. Is that before I was on this path, apparently I didn't really believe in myself. And I expected other people to believe in me for me. And I kind of get by with that. And that does not work on this path. You really, if you're on the twin flame path, especially depending on what your soul purpose and mission is, you really have to believe in yourself, even when no one else does, especially when no one else does. And you really have to like yourself a lot, even when no one else does, especially when no one else does. This is before I didn't have to believe in myself, before I didn't have to like myself, I could kind of just get by. And that does not cut it when you're on the twin flame path. You really have to like yourself a lot, which is not a bad thing, because it's a process that allows you to fall in love with yourself, which is a good thing, but it can be highly uncomfortable, because the people that like the way that you were before might not like your transformation, even if it's good for you, because it can feel threatening for them. It can make them feel uncomfortable, and it's not really about you, but what it brings up for them about themselves.